Reincarnation of a king long gone. The highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we are here with another draft analysis. I know I haven't been putting up a lot of videos up lately, guys. I've just been a little bit busy, but I have been putting up my draft analysis for the leagues I'm gonna be in for the next couple of months. So that's gonna be really exciting, I should say. And if you saw the last draft analysis I did put up was for TBU, so I'm sure you guys didn't know I was gonna be in TBU again. So if you want to look at the draft, go check that out. But that's gonna be the TBU draft, and this one is gonna be a new league I joined. So my friend Uzi, he asked around if anybody wanted to join another Wi-Fi league, and I said yeah, why not. I was looking for something else to join also, and it was the NPCC. So Jacob, as always, is one of the people who are in the head of that league, and I think U-Turn Kroba, I believe, if I'm not wrong with that. But they wanted me to come in, so I was like, okay, cool. Another league's gonna be fun, a new bunch of people to chill with and talk to. It's always awesome, man. Just practicing Pokemon, period. So yeah, pretty excited about this league. I'm super pumped. I actually wanted to be in this league. I watched this league last season, and it was pretty entertaining. So it was fun to be in it this season. So we are gonna go over the draft. I was actually the first overall pick, and I keep knocking out my mic, my filter, I should say. Let me just move it a little bit. All right. Sorry about that. But yeah, we are the first overall pick. Your boy Danny, aka King Bub, in the Munchlaxster United, we're first overall pick, and sadly Tapu Lele is banned in this league, so I did not get to pick it up, which sucks because I've been wanting to try that in league format, but I feel like more and more leagues are gonna keep banning that thing, so I'm probably never gonna get to use it. TBU is not banned, but I was third overall pick there, so I didn't even have a chance to get it. But before we get into the team, guys, make sure you guys do leave a nice fat like for the squad you are gonna see. And if you do support us in this league, and I'm really gonna try really hard to win, there's a lot of good battlers in this league, so it's gonna be really fun, really entertaining, and I hope you guys do enjoy when it does start up. It's gonna start up the week of, I'm pretty sure, let me check my calendar real quick. Let me check. I forget what the date is exactly. It's gonna start off next week. It's starting off Sunday, yeah. So February 5th. Yeah, February 5th is the week 1, and matches are gonna go up on Saturday. So you just keep an eye out for that, guys. So let's go into our first overall pick, and I did pick up Tapu Bulu, the freaking monster Tapu Bulu. So this was a point-based draft system, but you could draft 8 to 11 Pokemons, whatever number you want to get, you know. So it's kind of sort of a free draft because you don't really have to draft certain tiers and things like that, but it's just point based, and you just put whatever combination of 8 to 11 you want to get. I wanted to get I wanted to get 11 if I could, but 10 at the lowest, because I don't want to have like a team that could be kind of easy to prepare for. Not that it's easy just because you have 9, but you know. So we go with Tapu Bulu, the freaking monster, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be seeing this on Showdown or on my DS. I might like put the little DS animations on there for you guys while I talk over each mon. I'll look at that because Pokebank is out now, so we are gonna be able to bring in bank monsters, stuff like that. But back to the Pokemon. Tapu Bulu, this freaking beast. Tapu Bulu is so good. It's so hard to prep for. I'm actually prepping for one in TBU, and it's not easy to prep for. Luckily, I had some good walls in TBU to take it on, but a lot of people don't have the greatest walls to take on Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is really scary. Woodhammer, Horn Leech. It just hits really hard. I did a lot of calcs, and a lot of mons that like resist grass still get 2-hit KO, or at least very close to getting 2-hit KO from Tapu Bulu with the grassy terrain, and just stab grass moves with that base 130 attack. The reason I like Tapu Bulu a lot is because, let's say for example, Tapu Koko is really good in electric terrain, but besides electric moves, it doesn't hit really that hard unless you're always specs. Tapu Bulu is gonna hit hard regardless because he has that base 130 attack. So Bandit and Life Orb and things like that are just gonna smack teams around, and Bulu's gonna be very fun, and it's gonna scare people, and it's gonna make them prep in certain ways, which can really help my team out a lot. So Tapu Bulu is really nice. The only downside of Tapu Bulu is his speed is not the worst thing in the world, but I wish it was a little better, but it's not, so it's whatever. and he's quad weak to poison, which kind of sucks, but I think we can handle that decently well, hopefully. So that is Tapu Bulu, guys. Tapu Bulu I'm really gonna have so much fun. It's pretty bulky. Base 70 HP is okay, 115 defense is amazing, and 95 special defense is pretty awesome too. So Tapu Bulu is gonna be something pretty fun to play around with, and I'm hoping I can make it shine. You know, Tapu Bulu is really good. It's not hard to make it shine, but I do want to play it well, and I already have some cool ideas for it. So I'm not gonna be really showing you guys the order. I'm gonna try to stick to the order to a certain point, but I already did a few free agent transactions because I'll explain later why I did it, but I'm gonna skip those mons to the end, and then I'm gonna tell you what I swapped them out for and things like that. So next up is Latias, the Naruto the Latias. So the reason I named it Naruto is because Latios, I always name Sasuke because I don't know, it's just cool. But this is Latias already completing a pretty decent fairy dragon core, which is always very nice to have. Having those certain cores in your team is really cool, and I do like having that. So we have Latias here. You guys know how Latias what it can do, how well it works. Its bulk is very nice. Base 80 HP is very good. 90 defense, 130 special defense is ridiculous, and then it has that 110 speed, so it can be really defensive, can be quick, and it can still hit decently hard with base 110 attack. So this is my first time using Latias. I've used Latios before plenty of times, but this is my first time using Latias, so I'm pretty excited about it. I've used Latias on the ladder, and I love Latias on the ladder, especially in Gen 7 right now. I've been having a lot of fun with Latias on the ladder, so it's pretty nice to have it on the squad, and it's going to be something really dope. We can use Soul Dew and things like that, because it's not broken anymore. It only powers up Dragon and Psychic moves by 20%, and we also have a very nice way of helping our team out is with Healing Wish with Latias, which Latios doesn't have. So Latias has Healing Wish, which pretty much means it kills itself, but it brings back a Pokemon that could be at really low health or even status. It brings it in, it gives it its full health back, and removes the status, and we could be looking good and stuff like that. It could be something very clutch, very clean, very awesome at the end of the game. Also, Latias can defog, Dragon Spam is awesome, and Psychic Stab is also very nice to have in the team, so I'm pretty excited about that. Calm Mind Latias can be a threat. Just a defensive Latias, offensive Latias. You could do a lot of things with Latias, so I'm pretty excited about that. And that is Latias. So like I said, that's helping us complete our Fairy Dragon core, so now we have that. But next, we are gonna help get close to completing, I should say, our Grass, Fire, Water core, and that is with Entei, aka the Savior, aka Entei. And the reason he's named aka the Savior is because he's a rapper and he spits straight fire, just like Entei. So yeah, so Entei, once again, you guys do know a lot of these mons, so I'm not gonna go in so crazy detail. I'm just gonna say a little few things about them that you probably already know, but I'm just gonna talk about. So Entei, this thing hits like a freaking tank, and it's really bulky too. So it has base 115 HP, which is so high, 115 attack, which is beautiful. Its defense is 85, special defense 75, which is decent. With that HP is actually pretty nice, and that special attack of 90, which is actually very usable. Special attack of 90 is very nice to have with Entei, just in case I ever need to run that in a week or two, who knows. And then we have a base 100 speed for Entei, so we have a decently fast team already, besides Tapu Bulu being 75, but that's fine because you do want those lower tier, you want those lower speeds, so your speed isn't so diverse, like it's 120 and then the next one is like 70, so you want that close gap of speeds. So I did not say that Tapu Bulu is gonna be one of our Z-Mon users, Z crystals or whatever, and we get to pick 3, so Tapu Bulu is one of them and Entei is the second one. I wanted to give it to Entei just because Entei hitting hard with some of his coverage moves can help weaken down walls that can easily wall Entei, like water types and other fire types like that. I could do like Rocky MZ Tectonic Rage, I think it's called. No, Continental Crush is I'm pretty sure it's the rock move. So that could help us against Fire types completely wipe him out pretty much in one shot because Entei's so freaking strong. Also, like, we can obviously run like Bandit Entei, Choice Scarf Entei, and things like that, because if we do have extreme speed, I do believe we have to run Adamant Entei, which is fine because extreme speed does give us that priority, so it's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited to use Entei. I wanted to use Entei for so long. I had it in another league that actually we only did week 1 and then the league just crashed out, so we didn't get to do it, so I didn't get to use Entei that much really. But I'm pretty excited with Entei. Entei's gonna tear through teams, hopefully. And like I said, Sacred Fire, Stone Edge. What else? Extreme speed. Like, Entei gets certain moves that you're probably gonna bring pretty constantly week to week. I'm gonna try to do different things with Entei as much as I can that can help me and can catch teams off guard. So I'm pretty excited about Entei. And like I said, now we have that water, we have that grass and fire chord starting up, and now we just need a water. And of course, you guys already know my favorite water type is Vaporeon, and that is our next pick. Vaporeon, the Vaporeon. I've used Vaporeon a bunch of times. I love it. It has so many things that can help out the team. It has Wish that can pass fat wishes to a lot of our teams, like Entei, Bulu, and Latias, which is pretty awesome. It also has Heal Bell, which can always help out, like, let's say Latias is toxic or Bulu is burned or something like that. Heal Bell is very, very beneficial. It can help out the team as a whole. Vaporeon has a great cleric and extremely bulky base 130 HP. His defense is alright, but with the HP, it's pretty decent. And the special defense is 95, which is amazing with that HP. So this thing's very hard to take down. And it can Wish, Protect, and the base 110 special attack is really nice too. So it's not a passive mon that you could just come in on really easily. It's still gonna hit decently hard with Scalds and things like that. So Vaporeon is very nice. It also has Roar. That's the reason why I do like Vaporeon better than Milotic. Milotic does get Dragon Tail, but if something's behind a sub, Dragon Tail's not gonna push it around, but Roar does. I don't know if they changed that, but I'm pretty sure Dragon Tail does not push, it does not switch the Pokemon around if they're behind a sub. So that's why I do like Vaporeon. Roar is very clutch in so many situations I've had so far. So that's why I tend to pick Vaporeon over Milotic. I love Milotic also. It's an amazing mon. But Vaporeon is just it's a more beneficial mon to help out with the team. It doesn't have the best reliable recovery because Wish, you either have to take a hit or you have to run Protect, which, lessens your 4 moves to 3 because then you have Wish and Protect, so you only have 2 slots left. But that's fine because passing Wishes to, like I said, to the team is going to be very nice with that very high HP stat. Is very clean, and I'm really excited about Vaporeon being on the team once again and completing our Fire, Water, Grass core. I love Vaporeon. Vaporeon's freaking awesome, and I'm hoping it could put in work this season like it has for me and plenty other seasons. WSS has put in so much work for me. Actually won a game for me pretty nicely. So yeah, Vaporeon, hopefully you can put in the work. And next we are picking up the mummy itself, Cofagrigus, Jazz Hands, Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus, something very cool that I've actually been wanting to try out for a while, and now I finally get the chance because it fit in my team pretty nicely. So Cofagrigus does set up Toxic Spikes and Spikes for us. I believe it gets Spikes. I know it gets Toxic Spikes, but let me see if it gets just regular Spikes. It does not get regular Spikes, just Toxic Spikes, which is fine because I love Toxic Spikes. Toxic Spikes are so nice to have, and Cofagrigus is really freaking bulky. Of course, it has a really low HP stat of 58, which is okay because its defenses. I am mumbling my words. The defenses it has can actually match up the HP pretty well. So it has a base 145 defense, which is freaking insane. Like, that's so high. Like, come on now. It has a base 95 special attack, which is very good for such a Pokemon, and a base 105 special defense. And the reason I say 95 is very good is because this thing does get Calm Mind, and Calm Mind is very nice with Cofagrigus. One of the main reasons I did want it is because of Toxic Spikes and that Calm Mind shenanigans with Cofagrigus, because if you don't prep for it, and I do bring it, it's very hard to take Cofagrigus down, especially that it does get Pain Split, it gets Will-O-Wisp and things like that. And And Kafagriga's mummy ability is also really nice. It could change abilities like Zard Y's ability with Tough Claws. It gets hit, and now it loses Tough Claws, and it does, you know, less work. And it's pretty awesome. I really do like Kafagriga. It's really cool, a very awesome mon. I know Kelly on the radar also loves his mon because he was helping me a little bit. He was helping me drive the team a bit while I was, you know, I was just talking to him and stuff like that, and asking him things I wanted to try out, and if he thinks that's good or not. Kafagriga's something right off the bat we both agreed on, so I'm pretty hyped to use this thing. I'm excited. I can't wait to bring it. I don't know when I'm gonna bring it, but you know, we'll see. The ghost typing, of course, is pretty cool because we do have a spin blocker in case we want to keep our rocks or whatever we have on the field. And this thing does take on a lot of, it takes on, what's it called, rapid spinners pretty well. Besides, I think it takes on pretty much everything pretty nicely, truthfully. You know, things do get knocked off, but that's fine because this thing's pretty bulky. And if it's not a stab knockoff, it's not gonna kill this whatsoever. I don't even think a stab knockoff really kills a fully defensive Kafagrigas. But that is Kafagrigas for you guys. It is gonna be really fun to use Hex, Shadow Ball, Calm On, Paint Split, all that cool stuff. I'm excited to use Kafagrigas, and I hope you guys are ready to see Jazz Hands put in the finest of work for us. So next we are picking up something else that can put up hazards for us very nicely, and completing our Fairy Dragon Steel Core, and that is Relinquish the Registeel. Registeel, a very cool mon, extremely bulky, a very reliable rock setter, and a decently good fairy check because no fairy can take this thing out in one shot at all. It also has clear body, which is pretty cool, because it can't get intimidated or anything like that, which is fine because it doesn't have the highest attack stat, but it does have a very good very good utility for the team. Like I said, just setting up rocks is really good. If I see something that doesn't have a defogger and I have Registeel, I'm leading off of this thing right away and putting up rocks, because this thing can pretty much put up rocks on top of anything. Because if you see, at that base 80 HP, which is very nice, and both defenses are base 150, which is ridiculous. That is extremely high for both defenses. This thing is very hard to take out on both sides of the spectrum, and it's gonna be very fun to be using a Registeel. So I've been waiting to use Registeel, and it's finally here. And like I said, completing our Fairy Dragon Steel Core, also adding some more hazards, which is always very nice to have, especially for our team that can hit very hard. So if we have hazards up, it can really benefit the team very much. So Relinquished the Registeel, welcome to the squad, buddy. So now I am gonna go to the next mon, and so get ready for you guys, because we are bringing in TWISTA, the Tornadus-Styrian. So Tornadus-Styrian was one of the highest rank mons. I probably should have said Tapu Bulu was 180 points, Latios was 180, Entei was 140, Vaporeon was 100. What else? What did I say after that? I think I said Kafagrigas was 60, Registeel was 60, and Tornadus-Styrian was also 180. Which I was surprised it was still on the board, because Tornadus-Styrian is just a big threat. And I did want something that can hit very hard on the special side. Tornadus-Styrian's stab hurricanes can just blow away teams. The regenerator ability is so nice. I love that so much, because it could get momentum with you and also just get health back. For such a offensive presence, to constantly get health back over and over again is very nice. And let's look at it. Sorry about that. Let's look at its stats real quick. Base 79 HP, which is very good. Attack 100, which is very decent, especially that, you know, is a better special attacker, but it gets knockoff and U-turn, things like that, so it can actually do some damage to a lot of things. It's base 80 defense, which is nice. 110 special attack, which is very nice. I'm loving that so much. And base 90 special defense, which is also very good. And then my favorite part of Tornadus is that base 121 speed. That is rocking. Base 121 speed speeds a lot of things, and I'm very excited because then I don't always constantly have to run a Scarf Tornadus-Styrian, because it tends to outspeed almost everything already. So I'm really pumped to have something so fast. Our team is not slow whatsoever. We do have some slow mons like Kafagrigas and Registeel and whatnot, but we do have Entei and Latios, and we do have Tornadus to really add that nice speed factor that it's very hard to catch up to. Not a lot of mons can really catch up without being scarfed. So tornado steering is going to be very nice, very fun to have. Like I said, hitting hurricanes, U-turn knockoff. It gets dark pulse, extra sensory, grass knot, and things like that. So it's very, very cool. And psychic sludge bomb to hit fairies, superpower if I ever needed taunt. Very, very, very nice mon. Assault vest, tornado steering is very nice. Life orb specs, all that good stuff. It's gonna be so fun. I've been wanting to use this mon for so long, so I'm pretty excited to finally be able to use it. It was just chilling there. I was actually gonna pick up Keldeo instead of Tornadus, but it got taken, and then I saw Tornadus there, and I was like, I think this works out for the better, because Tornadus is very, very hard mon to switch into. So I'm really excited. I already see a lot of good matchups for Tornadus, because we do have the schedules out, so I see a very good matchup, and Tornadus is going to be very cool to have, and I can't freaking wait to use this thing. I'm so pumped to use TWISTA. So next, I wanted to pick up a very nice fighting type that was still on the board, and it's one of my favorite fighting types, hands down, and that is Flaps the Mianshao. So once again, another regenerator core. So we're having a very nice offensive regenerator core, which is a lot different than a defensive regenerator core. The reason I do like the offensive regenerator core is because if these mons get dwindled down, they can always switch out, get a lot more health, and now they might be out of range from being one hit KO'd or two hit KO'd from certain mons, and then you know, these things, Tornadus and Mianshao alone can take down a lot of mons. So if they gain that health to keep them healthy and not get one hit KO'd, is very nice. I really do like that. And the thing with Mianshao though is it has another very, very nice ability in Reckless. It powers up recoil moves by 20%. Like, high jump kick from Mianshao is freaking ridiculous. This thing does so much damage to a lot of things that resist it. I mean, if you look at high jump kick, what is a base? I think it's like 130 is high jump kick's base. What's it called? The base power. And if you look at Mianshao's attack, 125 attack is ridiculous. With high jump kick and reckless, ouch. Yeah, Mianshao's pretty awesome. It also gets U-turn, so I do get that regenerator if I am running regenerator. And alone, just getting the momentum with Tornadus and Mianshao, who hit on different spectrums. They hit, you know, Mianshao hits physical and Tornadus hits special. It's very cool because switching in between the two can be very beneficial to the team. And banded reckless high jump kick from Mianshao is going to be very, very cool. So I can't wait to use it. And Mianshao also gets knockoff, I do believe. Let me just check. Yeah, it does get knockoff, which is pretty cool. And it also has a pretty decent special attack in 95, which is very cool. It can catch a lot of things off guards, hopefully. And like I said, also on assault vest Mianshao, choice scarf Mianshao, base 105 speed is very useful. Like I said, I'm filling in those little gaps of speed I have, so it'll be harder for people to plan against my team when it comes to speed, you know, to the speed, because they might have to run certain speeds, and I can read the speed a little better that way. So I'm pretty excited about Mianshao. Like I said, fighting stab is very nice. Take on some dark types if I ever need to for Latios. And it's gonna be, and for Kafagrigas actually. So it's gonna be really cool. Mianshao, another very hard hitting mon on our team. We have Bulu hitting extremely hard. We have Entei hitting extremely hard. Latios hits pretty hard. Vaporeon can even hit hard. We got Kafagrigas that can hit hard if it sets up. We got Tornado steering, and now Mianshao. So our team's looking pretty threatening, pretty bulky, pretty fast, and pretty offensive, which is what I do tend to love about draft format. I love when teams are pretty versatile and they can do a lot of different things. So alright, so that was like, those are the mons I picked, and then I picked 3 other mons that I traded. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about those mons real quick right now. So the first mon I did pick up was Fortress, and Fortress is a cool mon. It was adding another steel type, another very good hazard potential, a very defensive mon to our team. Fortress is really good. I've used it plenty of times, but the reason I decided to swap it was because I have a very good steel type already in Registeel that can also set up hazards. Sure, it doesn't have rapid spin, but one of the traits I make, the mon will have rapid spin. And the reason I didn't want this is because it had a quad weakness to fire that I didn't really want to prep too much around with, because someone putting HP fire on their mon is obviously very easy to do, but it also takes away like moves that they might have for something else. But I decided to go against it because I just didn't feel like prepping for that. I didn't feel like adding an Akka berry or making a specially defensive shot so I could take on those special hidden power fires, or a lot of fairies get flamethrower and things like that. So I didn't really feel like adding that. I didn't feel like adding that to my prep. I didn't feel like adding that to the team because we already have very solid steel type, like I said, and Latios can defog, and we're adding another rapid spinner with these trades. So that was Fortress. So Fortress, sadly, I had to swap out, but it's fine, it's fine. And next we also picked up Rhyperior, which is another mon that adds on quad weaknesses for our team. For me, it wasn't really the quad weaknesses that got me. It's just I saw another mon sitting there, another ground type sitting that can actually benefit our team a lot more than Rhyperior. And if I traded away Rhyperior and the other mon you're about to see, then I would have enough points to pick up this next mon. So that's why I did let go of Rhyperior. Rhyperior is really cool. I was actually pretty excited to try it out, but when I saw this other mon sitting there, I just had to take it. And I don't know, I just couldn't stop myself from taking it pretty much. So I had to let go of Rhyperior. Rhyperior is pretty cool. It has a really nice HP stat. It has a cool ability that lets it take, I think, like 75% damage from super effective moves instead of 100. It is quad weak to fire and grass, which is bad, but my team can actually handle that pretty well. And it has a base 140 attack stat, 115 HP, and 130 defense, which is pretty cool. But like I said, I had to let go of it. It was another hazard setter, but I had to let go of Rhyperior. I'm sorry, Rhyperior. I was excited to use you, but I had to. And next, I also did pick up Electabuzz, a really cool mon, a very solid Eviolite user. It gave us Voltage momentum. It gave us a decent electric type with a decent speed stat. But I had to let go of it also. Like I said, I wanted to let go of Rhyperior and Electabuzz to add up points so I could pick up this next mon that you're gonna see. So those are the 3 mons that I did let go of. Rhyperior, Fortress, and Electabuzz. Sadly, didn't make the cut. I had to trade him out. And we only get 3 trades this season, so I already made 2. So I'm only gonna have 1 left, which is fine because I think the trades I made are gonna help out my team very well. It's gonna add another typing that we already have, but it's whatever. So first, I'm gonna talk about the typing that it adds on, and that is Blastoise. So Blastoise is another very cool spinner, another bulky water. So we already have Vaporeon, but I think Blastoise just adds something very different. It adds something more defensive. It adds a very nice spinner, and some weeks I might not want to use Vaporeon, and because that's happened to me before. Like, I want a nice bulky water, but Vaporeon just wasn't making the cut. So I feel like Blastoise can do that for us. 1 week it might come over Vaporeon. If I need to get, if Hazard is the big thing and I don't want to have defog on Latios, Blastoise will come, you know, things like that. So Blastoise is pretty cool. It's really bulky, 79 HP, 100 on defense, it's 105 on special defense, and a base of 85 special attack, which is not bad whatsoever. It also gets Roar, which is pretty awesome. You know, I love Roar. Roar is one of my favorite things because I did not like to be set up on, and Roar just helps us out really big with that. And we also have the Tauren ability, which is pretty decent. So if I am on that low range of health, our water type moves will be doing some more damage. And like I said, Blastoise is really here more for the bulk and the rapid spinning ability. So I'm pretty happy about Blastoise. I think Blastoise is gonna be something really fun to use, and hopefully it can just do some work for us. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I've been wanting to use Blastoise. I want to use Mega Blastoise more, obviously, but we're gonna have to deal with just having regular Blastoise, which is really not a bad mon at all. For 60 points, I think it was pretty good mon to have. So now the mon that I was looking at that I traded Electabuzz and Rhyperior for pretty much is this mon that you're gonna see. Very cool, another very nice hazard setter and an offensive threat, and Nidoking. I've been wanting to use Nidoking for a while. I felt like I did need a little bit more of a special presence on our team. We do have Tornadus, we do have Vaporeon, we do have Latios, but sometimes Latios I might just want to run defensive. Torn can't break through certain things with its stab that Nidoking can actually destroy, so it's pretty awesome. Nidoking with that sheer force ability is really nice. I love that so much, and it has, you may look at it and it has a base 85 stat for a special attack, and it doesn't look amazing, but with sheer force, with life orb and with things like that, Nidoking just hits extremely hard with its 2 stabs, which are very good stabs in poison and ground. It gets a freaking coverage move pool of a base. Nidoking gets so many coverage moves that are really awesome, like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam. It gets a lot of cool things, and it can also be run physical attacker too. So just because it has better moves to benefit from its sheer force as a special attacker, but it can still run very nice physical moves. It does get sucker punch and things like that, so it's gonna be very cool to play around with. Nidoking is awesome, sheer force is gonna be fun, and I can't wait to use this thing. Nidoking can also set up toxic spikes. It's not as bulky as Nidoqueen, but it can still be very bulky with black sludge and poisoning stuff. I'm really excited to use Nidoking. I've been waiting. I talked to a lot of people and asked them like what they thought about the swaps, and they thought Nidoking alone was just worth it, and it could really help out my team a lot, adding a very nice poison type to help Tapu Bulu and things like that. So I'm very happy with Nidoking, and I'm very happy with my squad. So you guys are probably gonna see the picture of the squad pop up, but that is the team, guys, for the NPCC and your Munchlaxster United squad for this season 3, I do believe. And I hope you guys do like the squad. Let me know what you guys think of the team. I'm very excited about the team, and I hope you guys do like it also. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys do leave that beautiful like, because it really does help out the channel, and sub if you are new. And I'm gonna be putting up more content now, because obviously 2 leagues, so that's two videos coming up a week every week. I don't know if I'm gonna do team builders. I'll see about that. And I'm gonna try to do Wi-Fi battles. It's been very tough because I transferred to a new school, a new engineering school, and this school is just pushing work on me like crazy. We literally had a quiz like the first day of school, so it's been really tough. So I have to like juggle things around with real life and Pokemon and all that. But I hope you guys do understand that, and I hope you guys are excited for the league, because I'm pretty pumped. NPCC, TBU, and hopefully some other stuff coming soon. Thank you guys for watching once again, and like always, fam, have a beautiful day.